Wow, that was really easy for you. I'm gonna just give you a little bit more to hold on to while protecting the back of the console. Here's thank you to Roomba for sending all of this stuff over. If you want to check any of it out, you're looking for some accessories. I'll put the links down below. It's bridging that gap between buying a $10 racing wheel at GameStop or Nintendo's $40 version. So let me know what you think of Roomba down below, and thank you Roomba for sponsoring the links down below. I really appreciate it. Moving on, and I guess just taking a look at Cyberpunk quickly, off the rip I want to say, wow, this game is gorgeous. I honestly can't believe I am playing a Nintendo console when I play this game. And it's not just because when I booted it up, it asked me to pick my penis size, and I picked medium because I'm a modest king, and I just wanted to be realistic. I'll leave that up to my editor, and if he leaves that joking or not, yes, it's only playing at 30 frames or 40 if you put it in performance mode, but playing Cyberpunk, I mean, it looks incredible, and I'm so baffled that I'm doing this on a Nintendo console. Obviously, it doesn't look as good as if you're running it on a PlayStation 5 Pro, and people like to point that out and discredit the Switch because of that. And the one thing I will say is return is, I see up in a console, and I'll bring my Switch to the you bring your PlayStation 5 in the pocket, and then when the second one in the pocket will compare them right on the screens and the roundabouts and the slides. And watch that, you also bring a monitor and watch it all behind it. More than enough to run games like Mario Kart and the future Nintendo 18 supports that we're going to get. It's a really exciting what this can do and what handheld technology can do for it. Other experiences that I didn't cheap was I got the Venice One I Nintendo Switch 2 update. I was playing this on the Switch 1. It's a massive upgrade, but $2.59. My save carried over and that was full resolution, 60 FPS, super fast load time. A lot of games on there are games that aren't. I've tried games like Witcher and Alan Wake. Alan Wake is specifically on Nintendo's list of hey, these games have issues for some reason. My god, it's awful. It just can't get all game on Switch 1 that put it in better. At best, you get some better resolution and some better whatever game designs are on the Switch 1 and on the Switch. So obviously still on Switch 2 while it's running Cyberpunk the way that it is. But that's because that game is just optimized for Switch 1 and not Switch 2, so it's still great in it. It's a shame that it doesn't work like that, but that's just how technology works. Hopefully, because it will go in YouTube, which I'm pretty sure they have all the two sets from developer from Cyberpunk. Street Fighter 6, I had some matches and I'm very impressed by how fast and how clean it works. I even put it up Fortnite. No. Try out the mouse mode. The Switch 2 version looks a lot nicer. It's 60 FPS and welcome to her. Had a free upgrade on the Switch 2. It looks phenomenal. I'm going to go get some really look for some performance option here, but it's really cool to see that kind of upgrade. And then of course, we're playing the GameCube classics on so now for mostly it's doing 1v1s online. So much fun. And here is where I can talk about games. Game chat is a really cool feature that I like more than I expected. And I think that's because this person where like this, when it's full body, it is what it is. It is really face fast. And it doesn't take that much longer. I literally just use that switch key before people when you're on your game set. Yes, I know this is something that Discord has been doing for years, but it's not something console
You crashed over by the school and it's probably dead.
is actually unique and a fun feature that I appreciate. And I know it's only 15 frames gameplay, but at the same time, I just need that. Not really. When I'm playing a game and I have my friend's games at the bottom of the screen, I'm not looking at it.
Hey, it's Mom, Juliet. Hope you're taking care of yourself. Don't do anything stupid. Okay.
Chat, and again, I've been using it a lot the last 7 days, more than I expected, so I kind of like it. The battery is definitely a gripe that I've had in my first week. Alright, wait a second. Apparently not. There is a weird issue with the Switch 2. I have never heard of anything like this. Every console launch has something weird that happens with it. And hopefully this is the only weird thing that happens with the Switch 2. But Nintendo put out a statement that there is actually an issue with the battery. Almost, if not every single Nintendo Switch 2 right now has this issue. So apparently the battery meter is lying. It's draining way quicker than the battery is actually draining. And people are reporting that when it actually gets to low and even 1% battery, they can keep playing their Switch for almost an hour before it finally dies. So clearly this reading is wrong. When I'm playing Cyberpunk for 45 minutes and then my Switch goes into low battery, it's not actually in low battery, it's lying. What actually fixed it for me was one of Nintendo's fixes. Yeah, I'll link it down below if you want to do it to your Switch, and it's actually quite easy. I'm going to do it to Kim's Switch now. First up, it's saying make sure you're actually using the new power brick for the Switch 2, which is a good point because this Switch, and especially when it's docked, needs more power than what the previous Switch charge port could do. They're not really interchangeable. This is on 93%. This just came off charge a few minutes ago at 100%. So something is definitely wrong. Nintendo is saying confirm that you have the latest update, and yep, Kim's Switch is up to date. So then power off the console. So I'm going to hold the power button up here until this comes up. Power options, power off. It does feel a little weird if you haven't done something like this before, but essentially you're going to try and get it into recovery mode. And to do that, you hold the plus and minus button up top for the volume, and then turn the console on. Keep holding the plus and the minus. You don't have to keep holding the power button. Now it's going to look like it's building up, keep holding, and now you're in recovery, and you've already fixed it. Apparently something about entering this recovery mode resets the battery. Okay, so now I'm going to power the console off again. Power button, okay, off again. So now it should be fixed. When I was complaining about the battery, I was playing Cyberpunk handheld for about 45 minutes, and it was going to full charge to die. I tested it out today. The first thing I did when I woke up after fixing it was I played Cyberpunk, and I got 2 hours into Cyberpunk, and I was only at 30 to 40% battery. So it absolutely fixed it. And again, my Switch wouldn't have died before. It just would have said it was low for forever before dying. I was accurately reading what percent the battery was at. A very weird issue, and I'll say that now the battery feels good. You know, it's still less than the other Switch, but being able to play Cyberpunk with HDR on, or even diving into Mario Kart with 60 FPS, 1080 frames, HDR on, and play for 2 or 3 hours, that's honestly, in my opinion, really good for what this system is doing, what it's offering, and the battery that it's giving. Alright, back to the video. If you think the screen looks a little dim to you, it's because you might have this auto brightness setting on. It's almost literally like turning a flashlight on and off. So yeah, definitely be aware of that. Okay, let's talk about some things console side. Really love these Joy-Cons. It is so nice docking the Switch and then just yanking the Joy-Cons off the side. It's such a nice and more streamlined experience. Everything else is obviously pretty much the same. The kickstand is really easy to access, really rigid in a good way, and I love all the different angles you can get with it. But also someone pointed out, if you take off the headrest of the car and slot this over it, it actually acts as a holder on the back seat of a car, which is really cool. And then the other thing I wanted to point out is when I first got this Switch, I didn't have a lovely little dog. Well, I that I think that's going to break. It's not satisfying now about when you put in those cartridges and you just snap that thing. It has such a nicer feeling. There's definitely some sort of thought process that makes for a much more satisfying experience when you serve the game. And speaking of the games, yes, they still taste bad if you're wondering. And there's a couple other things I wanted to show you guys about these products. One, I noticed the only difference in them is there's actually a little picture of a key in the top right corner of it. Literally symbolizing that it's a key. I appreciate that. I know people don't like these game key cards, and trust me, I don't either, but I have kind of come around on just the fact that at least it's better than all of those pieces we used to buy for the Switch that came with a little pamphlet in there and just a code for the game. At least it's something. However, I did get got by the Split Fiction physical release. Game key cards, as you know, have this big ugly white border on the bottom of them symbolizing it's a game key card. It's ugly, but at least you don't get got. Split Fiction doesn't have that. So I thought Split Fiction must have the game. I know you're already wondering what's this little bar down here, but I because I nothing else. And I tried to do this, but instead, it's not those games that there's no games, just posters. So it's actually worse than that. They don't have the complicated and the pack loud and fast. I think I'm pretty sure it's the only one that's like it. Why I would another reason why I'm confused is why would you do this? These cards are supposed to be relatively cheap. Just a piece of plastic. So how much really were a lot extra putting in a piece of plastic? I tried to now put it out in 2D now, one being and the other being it's really easy to access now. You can literally just throw this down and just like that, as you can see on my screen, it goes from the mouse mode to nothing. The second you pick it up and the second you pick it again. It's so incredibly good, the technology there. I felt unstoppable. I'm unstoppable game because my friends are doing it and that's my excuse. But almost every 1v1 I think was the fact that I was using the mouse felt OP. There's nothing really gimmicky about it. It's not like a bad mouse, it's a really great mouse. That's why I didn't Cyberpunk yet, but in Cyberpunk there are this whole new motion control scheme. It's very but when you accomplish all your melee attacks, you actually use the motion controls. When you reload your gun, you have to push the button to the right, or you second to the left, I believe. So when you bring the left weapon up, it triggers the heal, and so on. They try all the different combat mechanics to the motion controls. So after that, it really works with the aiming, the gyro aiming, and the mouse mode to make it feel really smooth to play, and it really does. I know it's very gimmicky. I can't even say like kids will love it, because again, in the first 2 seconds you pick the dong size, and in the first big mission you say the naked lady. So, you know, this isn't a game that I can say, oh, kids are gonna love the gyro, they're gonna love the motion control. This is obviously motion control support made with adults in mind, and it's more just that old Nintendo fun gimmicky mentality, and I love that CD Projekt Red did. Lastly, I want to dive into the eShop. I made a whole video on this channel about the eShop sucks, and Nintendo have definitely fixed a lot of my issues. One of my main ones, if you watch the video, I go on and on about it. I compared Switch and other storefronts. There was no algorithm whatsoever to help you find games that might be for you, games that you might like based on what you play out. Before now, all you could do to find new games was to look at best-selling games or recent releases. Now you have this for YouTube that is updating every week with new games that you don't have based on your interest. Love that. They obviously still have their feature tab, which right now is just going to be all stuff. They have a Switch 2 and a Switch 1 section with the new bestsellers, which is nice. You can separate them still. Recent releases starts with popular recent releases now, which have obviously all the Switch 2 stuff, and then goes into all recent releases. The Switch 2 games have this red border on top, and a week later, as of filming this, the most recent one is still Mario Kart. Switch 1 games don't have that banner, and there has been a ton of shovelware releases in the last week. And of console just launched, which means a lot of kids are getting this console.
Why does that say George? What am I missing?
I think that's pretty gross. I think this is neglectful, that there's no way to at least filter it, which is definitely why they popular releases front area. It's not really a solution, but it's something. And then everything else is pretty much the same. You have your coming soon section, you have your Switch Online section. The eShop is red.
Oh, what? What did I just... What? What did I do? Was it because that guy was holding, like, I don't know, a fucking bomb? Good lord, I'm too cranky for this shit, man. What? Did I just start over? What? We don't know when that's coming out, but if that's coming out this year, it's adding another first-party IP to the launch year line. So if you're considering getting one, it's not wrong. Let me know what you think now after hearing my first beat with the console. If you've had the console for a week as well, just a couple of days, let me know how your first experience with the console has been. If you enjoyed this video, let me know out, like, comment, subscribe, and more videos from the channel. Style highlighter, quality style. How the fuck? What? How am I dying?
Target Circle 360's unlimited same-day delivery.
Israel is currently striking Iran's capital of Tehran. Israel attacked Iran as a preemptive strike after declaring a state of emergency. That's some girl. Okay, let's watch this. Oh, I guess it must have blown up. So this is in Tehran. Nothing ever happens. I mean, I feel like it's happening. Like it's happening. Like look at that, it's just smoke. Well, I mean, what do you think it is? Like, I mean, how do you think it happened? Do you think somebody just lit a fire? True, man. Well, I guess the way I would feel too. Holy fuck. I mean, it seems like, these are like, it's a peaceful preemptive strike. Oh, wait. Are these bombs freedom of speech? I think they might be. No! I feel like this is the resounding opinion that a lot of people have about this, is that they don't want to have this shit happen, right? Games get started 6 out of 10. I'll complain about that tomorrow. I feel like World War III is a little bit irrelevant. How is this America's problem? I mean, like, I don't see, like, the thing is, like, if the Ukraine attacks have shown anything, it's that we don't need to have, like, U.S. troops go over there to even have a military interaction with them, right? I mean, like even if the U.S. military wanted to get involved, like, okay, send a few flying rockets over there, send a fucking drone. Like, yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, bro, like, let's just literally phone this shit in. You know, okay. Okay, this is the nuclear, and, alright, boom. Okay, problem solved. That's it. And, send the migrants over there? Well, I don't know about that. Does the U.S. even involved in this? I mean, I think that there's a good, like, the guy that was the schizo in there, I mean, like, let's be honest. Did Trump say anything about, like, whether he knew this attack was going to happen or not? Because, like, if Trump comes out and says he didn't even know this shit was going to happen, I feel like that's pretty fucking big, man.
Okay, let me read you these announcements from this video on screen.
No.
This is from Israel, from the IDF. The IDF says, this is Israel announcement from 2 minutes ago. Israel says, the IDF has launched a preemptive strike to damage the Iranian nuclear program. Okay, this is kind of what we're dealing with. They say, the IDF has launched, the IDF spokesman announced that a short time ago, the IDF, under the guidance of the political echelon leadership, launched a precise and integrated preemptive strike based on high-quality intelligence with the aim of damaging the Iranian nuclear program and in response to the Iranian regime's ongoing aggression against Israel. Dozens of Air Force aircraft recently
Easy money.
opening strike, which included attacking dozens of military targets,
No.
including nuclear targets in various areas of Iran. The public must obey the home front command's instructions, which will be updated and act responsibly and patiently. The IDF and the Iranians are prepared for many scenarios in defense and attack as needed. For years, said the IDF, Iran has been directly and indirectly promoting terrorism against the state of Israel, financing and directing terrorist acts through its proxies throughout the Middle East, while aiming towards nuclear weapons.
If you're ready to hit the open road, but your car could use an upgrade, come to the Bucket Summer Sales Event. With exclusive deals on the largest selection of vehicles in Missouri. That's over.
Just a little bit. I don't know what that means.
IDF says the Iranian regime is the primary perpetrator of all terrorist acts committed against the state of Israel since the beginning of the Iron Sword War, including arming and financing the Hamas terrorist organization responsible for the events of October 7th. During the Iron Sword War, Iran even attacked Israel directly twice, firing hundreds of missiles and unmanned aerial vehicles, drones into the country. The IDF continues. The Iranian regime has a stated goal of destroying the state of Israel. Wow. Senior Iranian regime officials declare this and are working to realize it with their envoys in the Middle East. Iran, says Israel, is today closer than ever to obtaining nuclear weapons. Weapons of mass destruction in the hands of the Iranian regime are a threat to the state of Israel and a significant threat to the entire world.
Oh,
the state of Israel will not allow a regime whose goal is the destruction of the state of Israel to possess weapons of mass destruction. The IDF has been conducting a lengthy process of assessments and preparations for the campaign at the front and in the rear. Civilian resilience will be an important component of the campaign.
Ought to be World War III?
The IDF is prepared to continue to act as necessary. The state of Israel has a duty to act to protect its citizens and will continue to do so whatever required, as it has done in the past. The IDF is conducting an ongoing situation assessment and will update on any developments. So Israel announces it has launched a precise and integrative preemptive strike based on high-quality intelligence with the aim of damaging the Iranian nuclear program and in response to the Iran regime's ongoing aggression against Israel.
Man, statement from Secretary Marco Rubio. Tonight, Israel took unilateral action against Iran. We are not involved in strikes against Iran, and our top priority is protecting American forces in the region. Israel advised us that they believed this action was necessary for its self-defense. President Trump and the administration have taken all necessary steps to protect our forces and remain in close contact with our regional partners. Let me be clear, Iran should not target U.S. interests or personnel. So,
Israel launched Operation Rising Lion.
okay, Rising Lion, good one. All right, let's watch it. Here we go. This came out. This literally just came out.
Moments ago, Israel launched Operation Rising Lion, a targeted military operation to roll back the Iranian threat to Israel's very survival. This operation will continue for as many days as it takes to remove this threat. For decades, the tyrants of Tehran have brazenly, openly called for Israel's destruction. They've backed up their genocidal rhetoric with a program to develop nuclear weapons. In recent years, Iran has produced enough highly enriched uranium for 9 atom bombs. 9.
That's a lot.
In recent months, Iran is taking steps that it has never taken before. Steps to weaponize this enriched uranium. If not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year, it could be within a few months, less than that. This is a clear and present danger to Israel's very survival. 80 years ago, the Jewish people were the victims of a Holocaust
Like, I mean, I get it, right? I get it, but I mean,
perpetrated by the Nazi regime. Today, the Jewish state refuses to be a victim of a nuclear holocaust perpetrated by the Iranian regime. Now, as Prime Minister, I've made it clear time and again, Israel will never allow those who call for our annihilation to develop the means to achieve that goal. Tonight, Israel backs those words with action. We struck at the heart of Iran's nuclear enrichment program. We struck at the heart of Iran's nuclear weaponization program. We targeted Iran's main enrichment facility in Natanz. We targeted Iran's leading nuclear scientists working on the Iranian bomb. We also struck at the heart of Iran's ballistic missile program. Last year, Iran fired 300 ballistic missiles at Israel. Each of these missiles carries a ton of explosives and threatens the lives of hundreds of people.
Sure.
Soon, those missiles could carry a nuclear payload, threatening the lives not of hundreds, but of millions. Iran is gearing up to produce 10,000s of those ballistic missiles within 3 years. Now just imagine. Imagine 10,000 tons of TNT landing on a country the size of New Jersey. This is an intolerable threat. It too must be stopped.
I feel like, in general, like, I mean, I sympathize with them, and I'm sure it's bad, but I also find it to be relatively distasteful that it seems like this is, like, you're structuring this and providing a frame of reference. It's almost like this address is for the American people to, like, get them on your side. Yeah, like, this guy's saying it, like, I mean, I'm just gonna read what you said because it's literally what I think. He's mentioning New Jersey and speaking in English to try to gain American sympathy and support. That's exactly what thank you for saying what I was trying to say.
Iran is now working on what it calls the new plan to destroy Israel. You see, the old plan failed. Iran and its proxies try to encircle Israel with a ring of fire and to attack us with the horrible attack of October.
This might be a stupid question, but, like, why does Iran want to destroy Israel so bad?
I am recording this. Fair warning. They're really necessary.
Look. Joe.
6th Street.
Is it Crane?
How did we get here? And even worse, is it worth it? At the cost of being at war with the neighbors? That's why I'm running for mayor. Mayor of
Julian?
Thank you, super very much.
Am I okay?
Yeah.
I used to
Basically.
think that you were
I
some
feel okay.
But
I feel good.
much better
Good.
human being.
I'm not a zombie.
Talking to, there's nobody here.
Not at all. Oh no.
You made things simple and neat.
Don't get mad.
Against
I know what to do.
How am I still alive? How am I still
These are
talking?
your streets.
That's fucking correct.
Farm dad. And magical ritual in your head. It's really hard. And I don't think you're ready. So a little bit of appreciation is in order. If I can reach out on your head, the better would have always eager to your brain and turn you into a zombie.
Julian?
Go to a cross.
How?
Take back up.
How do you know how to perform a magical ritual on a decapitated head?
Well, there's some stuff I didn't tell you before, okay? I didn't want you to think I was weird. Sort of.
Julian?
Don't know how to say it exactly.
Zombies! Zombies! Come here now!
It was actually under.
What?
Don't hit me!
When PCs powered by Intel perform at 55% quad flow,
What the fuck is going on here?
it's like
Hey, Daisy!
We're gonna have some fantastic energy. But we gotta wait to kill these
PCs
guys.
powered by Snapdragon X. The maximum execution is
Because they're Jews? I mean, is it, there's no way. Like, I mean, there's no way that's actually it, right? There's no way. There's gotta be enough reason. No, guys, come on.
Another stupid zombie?
That's it? No. There's some reasons. It sounds silly, but it's a very valid question. I know. It's like, how do you have, like, this is like a fucking, like like Cartoon Network, another master plan to destroy Israel. Like, I mean, I would probably, I don't know. Do a lot of Iranian people even get behind this? Or is it
Somebody
just like,
exploded. What the hell was that?
no.
Hey, it's Mr. Fitzgibbon.
But the people of
Another master
the
plan.
soldiers rose like lions. He crushed Hamas, devastated Hezbollah, we did Iranian proxies in Syria and Yemen. And when Iran directly attacked us twice now, we struck back inside Iran itself. Yet in defending the position, we also defend us. We defend our Arabs. They too have suffered from Iran's campaign of chaos and conflict. Our actions against Iran's proxy Hezbollah led to the establishment of a new government in Lebanon and the collapse of the government in Syria. Peoples of these two countries now have a chance to look at the future of better people. So too, brave people of Iran. And I have a message for you. Our fight is not with you. Our fight is with the brutal dictatorship that has oppressed you for 46 years. I believe that the day of your liberation is near.
That's royally
When that
messed up.
happens, the great friendship between our two ancient peoples will flourish once again.
Surely it's fine. I mean, I think that there's a degree of that that's probably true. Like, I know that, like, it's mostly probably, like, it's wishful thinking, etc., but I think that there's probably a good amount of people that probably feel this way in both countries.
I want to assure everyone we will not let the dangerous regime take the most dangerous country. We want us to get those people to destroy those bodies and to make the nightmare of nuclear terrorism all too real. The increasing pains of Iran's military will bring that nuclear threat to the cities of Europe and eventually of America. Remember, Iran called Israel the small city. It calls America the great city. And this is why for decades it's lent millions in the chance of death to Israel and death to America. Today, Israel is responding to those genocidal calls with action and with a call of our own. Long live Israel and long live America.
Yeah, this is 100% done to get American support for sure. Definitely is. And I always wonder, and I don't know, right, but like how much of Iran's hate for America is derived from our support of Israel? You know, like, do they hate us because they hate us, or do they hate us because we're helping people that they hate? Right, like, 'cause I would say probably 100% of it, yeah, like, all of them basically. I don't think that, like, I mean, a lot of these questions, I don't think that, like, there's really answers to them. I'm sure somebody who's, like, more informed about this probably would have a better inference than I do, but I don't think anybody really knows what the answer to any of this is.
Will help make the world a much safer place. I want to thank President Trump for his leadership in confronting Iran's nuclear weapons. He has made clear time and again that Iran cannot have the nuclear. Today, it is clear that Iran is responding to and it refuses to agree to this basic requirement of peaceful nation. That is why we have to act now. The hardest decision anyone can make is to warn the danger before it is fully returned. Nearly a century, I think that's facing the Nazis. A generation of leaders failed to act in time.
I think that Israel and, like, whatever their PR is need to realize that there's, like, a huge contingency of people that really don't like the expectation that Americans have some sort of, or, like, Westerners have some sort of original sin because they were, you know, like, part of the same culture as the Nazis. And I think this is especially true with young people. Like, the support for Israel is very much generational. There's a fun fact about Iran is that as long as the fastest shrinking religion there, while Christianity is growing the fastest, soon the government will no longer represent the people.
Huh. New has GLP-1 meds now? The psychology-based weight loss company? Yes, Noon combines meditation and healthy habits to make it seriously
And they guarantee it. Sustainable weight loss? Yes, please. Noon gives you an off-ramp so you don't have to be on the meds forever.
That's really smart. That's Noom smart.
Oh, you want to hear the best part?
They started at $149. Want to know the other best part? They're delivered to your door in 7 days. Noom, the smart way to lose weight.
Is that really true? Like, here, remind me about that after I finish this, because I'd love to look that up and find out the data for that. Let's finish the video, because I keep getting distracted.
Paralyzed by the horrors of World War I, they were determined to avoid war at all costs.
Yeah.
And they got the worst war ever. They adopted a policy of appeasement. They closed their eyes and ears to all the warning signs. That failure to act resulted in World War II, the deadliest war in history. It claimed the lives of 60 million, including 6 million Jews, a third of my people. After that war, the Jewish people and the Jewish state vowed, never again. Well, never again is now. Today, Israel has shown that we have learned the lessons of history. When enemies vow to destroy you, believe them. When enemies build weapons of mass death, stop them.
Hey, Nick!
As
You
the
need to
Bible
break
teaches
that
us.
off.
We're
You
doing
need
like
a hand?
271K.
Yeah, right. I don't have a hand.
Oh, is that like the Holocaust denier number of Jews that got killed?
What?
Look, maybe I
Is
can
that
connect it to the zombie's body and you can temporarily use it.
Huh?
Yes.
When someone comes to kill you, rise and act first. This is exactly what Israel has done today. We have risen like lions to defend ourselves. Over 3,000 years ago, Moses gave the people of Israel a message that has steeled their resolve ever since. Be strong and courageous, he said. Today, our strong and courageous soldiers and people stand together to defend ourselves against those who seek our destruction. And by defending ourselves, we defend many others, and we roll back murderous tyranny. Generations from now, history will record that our generation stood its ground, acted in time, and secured